Picture driving down this desolate North Dakota highway. In a state defined by its vast distances, you'll actually find over 800 registered Teslas, supported by 5 active supercharging stations. But if you want to buy one of these cars or get it serviced, you won't find a single physical location within state lines. This map highlights the geographical absurdity of that situation. To take delivery of their vehicles or handle major repairs, hundreds of North Dakota drivers are forced to cross the border and complete their business in Minnesota. That hurdle exists because North Dakota strictly prohibits automakers from selling cars directly to consumers. A middleman is required by law. In 2024, Tesla tried to set up showrooms in Bismarck and right here in Fargo. The state's Department of Transportation explicitly denied the applications. In response, Tesla took North Dakota to court. Tesla is using this Fargo dispute to target the specific legal framework that has dictated auto sales for a century. They are positioning this single lawsuit to challenge a century-old regulatory wall. Franchise dealership laws were originally written with a specific protective purpose. Decades ago, lawmakers wanted to shield local, independent car dealers from being financially undercut by the massive manufacturing conglomerates that supplied their inventory. In this flowchart, the legally protected pipeline moves strictly from the manufacturer through the dealership to the consumer. The dealership is the mandatory gatekeeper. But a direct-to-consumer model skips this node entirely, triggering immediate legal bans in states enforcing the traditional pipeline. North Dakota's Assistant Attorney General makes a straightforward defense. The state isn't unfairly targeting Tesla. The automaker could legally sell cars there tomorrow, provided they adopt the standard franchise dealership model. The state claims this structure preserves fair market regulation and protects buyers. Tesla argues the government is simply propping up an outdated middleman monopoly. To break the ban, Tesla's legal team is launching 2 specific attacks. The first relies on a statutory mismatch regarding the definition of a carmaker. Look closely at the exact text of the North Dakota statute. It explicitly defines a manufacturer as an entity that sells new motor vehicles to new vehicle dealers for resale. Tesla's lawyers spotted the loophole. Because their entire business model relies on never selling cars to independent dealers, they technically failed to meet the state's own definition of a manufacturer. Therefore, they argue, the dealership law shouldn't apply to them. When statutory logic isn't enough, Tesla brings in its second attack, the state constitution. Tesla claims shielding franchise dealerships from direct competition violates 2 constitutional guarantees: the right to earn a livelihood and equal protection under the law. Instead of fighting a messy political battle against powerful local dealership lobbies, Tesla is weaponizing the state's legal phrasing to force a judicial reinterpretation from the ground up. Looking at this map of the United States, you can see how large the barrier really is. 14 states currently enforce these direct sales bans, forming a fragmented regulatory patchwork that actively throttles EV adoption. Notice Texas down here. Despite serving as Tesla's global headquarters, the state still strictly forbids the company from selling cars directly to its own residents. A judicial victory in North Dakota would establish a highly valuable precedent. If Tesla proves the constitutional argument there, their lawyers gain a tested playbook to invalidate bans in other states with identical constitutional language. This fight extends far beyond one company. EV startups like Rivian and Lucid rely entirely on direct sales, and they are fighting identical legislative battles to bypass legacy rules in places like Washington and Iowa. If the court sides with Tesla, this ruling becomes a legal template for other states. It provides a roadmap to challenge direct sales bans nationwide, potentially ending the mandatory dealership requirement for electric vehicle manufacturers.